We live in a culture obsessed with hardness. Male sexuality, often reduced to potency, becomes a performance. This creates immense pressure, anxieties around erections, and fear of inadequacy. But what if we challenge this narrow definition? What if pleasure wasn't contingent on rigidity? This pressure impacts relationships too. Partners bombarded with unrealistic ideals may struggle with insecurity and self-doubt. Open communication becomes crucial, creating space for vulnerability and genuine connection. After all, intimacy thrives on authenticity, not on meeting fabricated expectations. Softness is not the opposite of arousal. It is a state that can coexist with arousal, adding depth and dimension to our experiences. It's a natural state, influenced by various factors: stress, fatigue, even deep relaxation. These elements can all contribute to a softer state, which is just as valid as any other. Our bodies are not machines designed for constant performance. They ebb and flow, much like the natural elements around us. Instead of viewing softness as a failure, we can reframe it as part of the spectrum of human experience. This perspective allows us to see softness as a natural and beautiful part of our lives. This shift in perspective requires understanding. It calls for a deeper look into our own beliefs and the societal norms that shape them. It requires questioning the narratives that equate erections with masculinity and desirability. By doing so, we can begin to dismantle these limiting beliefs. By embracing the fluidity of arousal, we open ourselves to a wider range of experiences. This acceptance allows for a more holistic understanding of our bodies and desires. We begin to appreciate the nuances of intimacy beyond the rigid confines of societal norms. This broader perspective enriches our connections and deepens our relationships. Touch is a powerful language, one that transcends words and speaks directly to the heart. It can communicate affection, desire, and comfort, creating a bond that words alone cannot achieve. Exploring different forms of touch, sensual massage, gentle caresses, playful exploration can be incredibly intimate and fulfilling. Each touch tells a story. Each caress deepens the connection. These practices prioritize connection and pleasure without focusing solely on intercourse. They allow us to experience intimacy in its purest form. When we move beyond the goal-oriented nature of sex, we discover a world of possibilities. This shift opens up new avenues for emotional and physical closeness. We can slow down, savor the sensations, and truly connect with our partners on a deeper level. This mindful approach enhances the overall experience. This exploration fosters a sense of playfulness and curiosity, enriching the sexual landscape. It invites us to be present, to explore, and to enjoy the journey together. Section 4. Communication is key. Speaking your desires. It's the foundation of any healthy relationship. Open and honest communication is paramount. It helps bridge gaps and brings partners closer. Talking about our needs, desires, and anxieties fosters trust and intimacy. It builds a deeper connection. It allows us to co-create a sexual experience that feels good for both partners. This mutual understanding enhances satisfaction. This involves expressing what feels good, what doesn't, and what we might be curious to explore. It's about being open and receptive. Remember, vulnerability is not weakness. It's a strength that fosters closeness. It's the courage to show up authentically in our relationships. Authenticity nurtures genuine connections. By communicating openly, we create a safe space for exploration and intimacy, free from judgment and pressure. This safe space is essential for growth and mutual respect. Section 5. Redefining intimacy. Pleasure in many forms. Intimacy extends far beyond intercourse. It's about connection, vulnerability, and shared pleasure. Cuddling, kissing, sensual touch, even playful banter. These moments build intimacy and deepen our bond with our partners. By embracing a broader definition of intimacy, we break free from the limitations of performance-based expectations. This expanded view allows us to appreciate the full spectrum of connection. It reminds us that intimacy is not a destination but a journey filled with moments of joy, tenderness, and shared experiences. Section 6. Embracing the full spectrum. Softness and strength. True strength lies in embracing our vulnerability. It's about showing up authentically, even when it challenges societal expectations. By redefining pleasure beyond hardness, we create space for deeper, more fulfilling connections. We learn to appreciate the full spectrum of human experience, softness, and all. Let's rewrite the narrative. Let's choose pleasure over pressure, connection over performance. Let's embrace the full spectrum of our sexuality, softness and strength, and rediscover the joy of authentic intimacy.